Here is the strategy management loops analysis like formulation, implementation, and evaluation. Scanning the internal, of course, and external, all right? Internal factors and external. Internal factors like SWOT analysis, external, of course, as it could be pestles, that could be environmental, right? So here, this internal analysis, that could be SWOT analysis, SWOT, you understand like SWOT analysis is obviously it means strength, right, weakness, and opportunity and threats. External analysis mean political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal. All these are the certain analysis you have to do with yourself. And like think about the restaurant. They have SWOT analysis. What they are doing. First of all, they come to the see what is our strength. Our strength could be good. We have a good budget. We have good trained employees. We have good management. Or certainly they could say we have good trust and whatsoever that could be, right? Weaknesses, there should be a weakness like we have no a plan for, or we don't have online source of, you know, to deliver the foods to the people or maybe like for the customers. So they expand the menu and they also consider the online delivery, right? So they want to expand their right the business, of course, through online sales, right? So they identify the weaknesses and then later on they are taking the action. Opportunity. What could be the opportunity? There's a growth, there's a customer's loyalty, there's a lot of stuff. Like you understand that there's a lot of opportunity you could be trades. You see a lot of trades like competitors are sitting around you, they're waiting to beat you and remove from the market. You know, there's the trades of price. Could be like your competitor's price could be lower, cheaper, and then you also see like you have to have a competitive advantage. You should have a good quality. On the other hand, you should have a reasonable price that could be, of course, competitive. That attract the customers, not to lose your customer to other like customer restaurant, and on the other hand, they prefer it to you. And of course, that is what make attractive your like business. All right, when they attract the customers that come to you and they become a lot regular customers and always they have like been there for you and they're taking all what they want. So that creates a loyalty and long-term customers and business relationship, right? Formulation, designing the master plan, and choosing the path, right? So of course you should have a really good plan, right? You know what does it mean? That means like when it comes to having a plan and you do not like consider all the environmental or formulation factors, like you could see that could be um, like a strategy. Of course, the businesses mostly like they look at the goals, visions, and missions, and best strategy they adapt. So they could like ask us well questions. All right, like what should we do to win? Formulation of what? A strategy. Choose a path. What kind of path we have to do that? We could ultimately reach the win, lead to the win. That would make a competitive advantage to the other rivals, right? Like restaurant decide to, of course, offline delivery as well, expand the menu, target the students. This is also really important to formulate your design and your plan for the target goals, and that leads to massive sales in your business, right? Implementation, you see everything, executing the plan and signing the rules and spending the budget, hiring employees, launching the project, and of course, that makes a crucial something for your better and quality of the business and health. for upgrading your business as well, expanding your business as well, because that's the implementation. And well, evaluation. I could say like in evaluation, in implementation, this is a kind of like doing stage. You have to do, and you have to create, you know, a lot of stuff. Maybe like could be delivery services. You should train the stuffs. You have to do everything. You have to use your its resources and buy some delivery equipments, right? You have to do everything. Implement, take action. That leads to massive income, right? Evaluation, that is a like checking action, right? Reviewing the result, making the like health science and adjustment. If your weakness is something like trouble happening in your business, you have to make it fixed. All right, did the strategy work, or did this? You have to check if the sales are increased or not. What needs to be done to improve or develop your business, right? So you have to check it like how much percent your sales has increased. Then how our quality offer to the customer. Are their feedback is positive or negative? You have to check it out. All these, right? That's important. So this is like something is chicken stage, or you can simply say like you have to check everything. You have to understand. So then we have what makes a decision strategy. We see here shapes the success. Your success should be, of course, clearly identify, and like it alters the core DNA and the future direction of the firm. Your direction of the firm should be identified and pre-examined. Of course, that leads to understanding of your business is really having like improved and developed, and that has shaped your success. And that could like yes, leads to the survivor of your business for long standing, right? Long term impact affect at least 3 to 10 years, not just a week. It should have big impact over your business, your strategy, right? Costly to reverse. That dependence means undoing. It's extremely expensive, right? Shouldn't be like have to do undo and you have implemented and then you come back and it's cost a big amount for you and extremely it could be difficult, right? Environment interaction changes how the firms like relates to rivals and customers. You have to see the environment as well. Let's dive into the case study Netflix original content. Like 2013, Netflix shifted from being a small order dividend service to the content creator and a path independence after advancing billions in its range of things. They couldn't simply go back to being just a delivery platform without a massive losses. Environment, this is just Disney and HBO to launch their own services, changing industry forever. This is like you see the case studies on Netflix, of course, the original content in 2013 that created their own being like mail order like DVD and services to content creator, and they focus on that and to create the content. So the patent and dependence, what happened later on that invested billions of dollars in Stranger Things, and they couldn't simply go back being just delivery platform without a massive losses. You have to understand that. Like, so what happened that forced the HBO or Disney company to launch their own services and up, apart from the Netflix, and they changed their industry forever. That's like the decision and the strategy they made it. Who made it? The Netflix have made it. So from to create and produce original content could be like content creators became, yeah, right. So I hope that you understand everything. Well, let's dive into like this is here like strategy and operational decision. What did that means? Like operational could be routine, every day to day, your businesses, everything. So strategic is the big league, big achievement, and big loss could take place, right? Like time horizon, short term, weeks, months. That could be operational for short time, long term for 10, 3 years. Reversibility, easy and cheap to undo. There's nothing could happen. There couldn't be any